Good morning, listeners. How are you doing today? Hope you have a good night choice. Welcome to another edition of our newspaper review on Emirate Radio, located behind Federal Ministry of Environment off Ojeba Road, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. I am Misturah Issa, and with me,
I am Najeebat Oyerinde.
On today's newspaper, we will be looking at the Punch newspaper, Daily Post newspaper,
the Nation, the Punch newspaper, as well as the Nation newspaper,
and also on our own very own Royal News newspaper. Let's read the headline before we dive into the story. Starting with the Punch newspaper, federal government consult begins workers verification October 16.
From the Leadership newspaper, Kwara says no local government is under bandit control, accuses Peter Obi of spreading fake news.
Moving to Daily Post newspaper, anxiety over Natasha's fate as Senate resumed paying away brief up security.
Still on the Leadership newspaper this morning, 5 teachers injured in Delta Road accident.
I'm still good to Daily Post. Nigerians to pay more for petrol as fuel prices increase in filling stations.
Moving on the Punch newspaper, FCT CP orders raid on uncompleted buildings and criminals' hideouts.
Heading to the Leadership, Pegasan fire back at Vice President Shetima.
So on the Punch newspaper, Abuja, Lagos to host Motherland 2025.
On Royal News newspaper, Kwara governor approves conduct of promotion exams for Tescom staff.
Moving to the Daily newspaper this morning, Daily Post, Adekunle Gold unveils street named after him in Lagos.
On the Nation, Tinubu orders reduction of 2026 ad fare.
Moving to the Nation newspaper this morning, teachers get award for showing class commitment.
On Daily Post newspaper, as for NASU strike, Nigerian government set up expanded negotiation committee.
Lastly, on the Nation newspaper, group urges commitment to housing.
Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back before we dive into the story. Welcome back. On the Punch newspaper, federal government consultants begin workers verification October 16. The federal government, through the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, has engaged the Service of Phillips Consulting and other human resources firm to conduct a comprehensive verification of civil service personnel records, according to an internal memo signed by the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Didi Wangson Jack, and obtained by our newsmen in Abuja. The exercise will run from October 16 to November 14, 2025. The verification is aimed at updating personal records, identifying skill gaps within the civil service, and supporting workforce reforms. It will be conducted across all ministries, departments, and agencies, including federal office in the diaspora. The memo titled Verification Exercise partly with the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, announces the commencement of a comprehensive verification exercise across the Federal Civil Service.
From the Leadership newspaper this morning, Kwara says no local government is under bandit control, accuses Peter Obi for spreading fake news. The Kwara State government today clarified that no local government area of the state was under the control of bandits, even as it accused opposition figure Peter Obi of lending his platform for the spread of fake news about security situation in the state. The government made this clarification in a statement signed by the Commissioner for Communications, Mrs. Bolanle Olukoju, against the backdrop of claims that 9 local government areas of the state were under the control of bandits. The statement read, "We wish to alert the public to some reckless claims that 9 local government areas of Kwara State are under siege by the bandits. This is totally false. No local government area is under siege in the state. The unfortunate challenges we have had in few areas do not warrant the wicked escalations and fake news which are being promoted by opposition elements in and outside of the state. We have reasonable grounds to suspect that these elements are the online promoters and equivalents of bandits, as they help to instill fear in the populace through fake news such as the unfounded claim of 9 local government areas being under siege and movements of gunmen in parts of Asa local government area. This is what we talked
Well,
about yesterday
and
about
look
fake
at
news.
him. I'm just saying that the man is just doing because it's just politically something.
Yes.
Because he's someone that is just using it to attack Tinubu because during his administration that
Yes.
state insecurity is more for him to not be disseminating
Yes,
false
it's
information.
it's not even okay for the kind of person he is. Even if you are an opposition party or you are representing an opposition party, this should not, your platform should not be a platform for them to spread fake news. You want to emerge as the president so that you can restore peace and everything in this. Why are you causing these ruckus? Like everybody are in panic, they are in fear, they cannot even move freely in the states because of, even it's not about insecurity. Fine, we know that insecurity is happening in Kwara State, but then fake news is going around the world about what is not even happening at all. So they should just try as much as possible. That was what I was saying here today, that they should stop this fake news of a thing. They are causing a lot of apprehension to people, honestly.
Moving to Daily Post newspaper, anxiety over Natasha's fate as Senate resume plenary with up security. The Nigerian Senate will resume its plenary today after nearly 3 months of annual recess. Newsmen recall that the Super Legislative Chamber had on July 24th adjourned plenary to proceed on its annual recess and resume on September 23rd. But according to a memo signed by the Chief of Staff to the Senate President, Chinedu Akubweze, and cited by newsmen on September 23rd, the resumption date was shifted to October 7th. Meanwhile, Senator representing Kogi Central Natasha Akpotu-Uduaghan is expected officially resume plenary session today after serving a 6-month suspension. The lawmaker was suspended on March 6 over alleged misconduct and refusal to comply with the Red Chamber's sitting arrangement during the plenary session on 20 February. The upper chamber, however, said if the senator could submit a written apology, the leadership of the chamber may consider lifting the suspension before the 6-month period expires. But the female lawmaker never apologized. She instead accused the president of the Senate, Godzo Akpabio, of sexual harassment, leading to several litigations while she was on suspension. Well,
still on the leadership newspaper this morning, 5 teachers injured in Delta Road accident. This is a sad one. At least 5 teachers from Ughelli South local government area of Delta State who were returning from the celebration of World Teachers Day in Asaba were injured following a road accident. The accident occurred along the Ughelli-Asaba Expressway while going back to Ughelli. It was learned that the bus conveying about 10 teachers had a head-on collision with a moving truck at Soko North local government area close to Emavo. Some of the teachers suffered fractures on their legs and hands, while others sustained various degrees of injuries and are currently in critical health condition at the hospital. The truck driver veered off his lane when the bus was already closed. He attempted to overtake. The truck driver turned the steering towards the bus and a major collision occurred. The Commissioner of Secondary Education, Rose Ezewu, has visited the hospital to get first-hand information and to also sympathize with the victims. As at the first time, family members, colleagues of the victims were still visiting the hospital to sympathize with those involved, while the accident has continued to send a shockwave among teachers in the local government area.
Moving and still to Daily Post, Nigerians to pay more for petrol as fuel prices increase in filling stations. Nigerians have to pay more to purchase premium motor spirit, not as petrol, as prices skyrocketed in some Nigerian filling stations in the nation's capital, Abuja, yesterday. Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited retail outlet in Abuja, Empire, Ehevano and Shema filling station increased their fuel price to between 905 naira and 945 per litre as of yesterday, October 6, 2025. NNPCL fuel in Wuse Zone C, Wuse Zone 4, Ehevanu, Shim along Kubwa Expressway and Empire Energy have all adjusted their petrol pump to reflect the fresh price. This been gathered that the Empire filling station in Gwarimpa sell petrol at the highest rate of 945 per litre. Meanwhile, other filling stations in the nation's capital dispense petrol at 885 naira and 910 per litre. Reasons for fuel hike. Reacting to the development, the president and the spokesperson of the Independent Petrol Marketers Association of Nigeria, Abubakar Mingadi and Chinedu Ukadike, respectively, blamed the hike on the disruption caused by the Pegasan strike. On his part, Mingadi noted that the hike may be due to the supply disruption. He, however, stated that its members that receive petrol from Dangote Refinery dispense the product between 885 per litre and 895 per litre.
Moving to the Punch newspaper this morning, FCT CP orders raids on uncompleted buildings and criminal hideouts. The Commissioner of Police, Federal Capital Territory Command, Ajao Adewale, has ordered all divisional police officers to immediately commence raids on uncompleted buildings and suspended criminal hideouts across Abuja. The directive, which takes immediate effect, according to him, is a part of efforts to tackle rising concerns over criminal activities in the territory, particularly in satellite towns and developing districts where uncompleted structures are often used as hideouts by hoodlums. In recent months, residents have raised alarms over incidents of robbery, adoption, and car theft linked to abandoned and ongoing construction sites. A statement today by the FCT Police Public Relations Officer SP Josephine Ade said the commissioner directed the DPOs to intensify patrols and ensures thorough checks on all completed and abandoned buildings within their jurisdictions. She said the CP also urged property developers to visit the nearest divisions to document and profile all artisans, laborers, and security personnel residing at the construction sites before the end of October.
Moving to the leadership newspaper, Pegasan fires back at Vice President Shettima. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pegasan, has fired back at the president after Vice President Kashim Shettima condemned the union's recent industrial action over the sacking of workers by the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. The vice president warned that Nigeria is greater than Pegasan, urging labor unions to act with patriotism and avoid holding the nation to ransom over industrial despots. Aliko Dangote is not an individual, is an institution, a leading light in Nigeria's economic parliament, Shettima said. But in a swift response, Pegasan National President Festus Osifo said Shettima remarks were misplaced, insisting that the association loyalty lies with its members, not with any individual or corporation. Osifo, who also doubled as president of the Trade Union Congress (TUC), dismissed suggestion that the government could dissolve Pegasan over the strike, saying, "Does the law prohibit workers' right to strike?"
Join us still on the Punch newspaper this morning. Abuja, Lagos to host Motherland 2025. Abuja and Lagos will hold Motherland 2025, Nigeria's global homecoming festival, in December, organizers have announced. The festival designed to connect the country with its diaspora with feature music, fashion, sports, food, and film, alongside business forums and workshops aimed at driving diaspora investments and international collaboration. Hundreds of Nigerians in New York City participated in the Nigerian Independence Day Parade last week, which organizers of Motherland 2025 distributed early access passes to the festival. At the parade, the Motherland team joined the city's Nigerian community to celebrate the nation's heritage and promote cultural exchange ahead of the inaugural festival. The festival participation in the parade was part of its ongoing international roadshow following earlier appearances at AFCON in Atlanta and the United Nations General Assembly. The roadshow making stops in key global cities including Atlanta, New York, Austin, Washington, D.C., and London. At each location, the team showcases Nigerian creativity, innovation, and economic opportunities through community engagement, networking events, and cultural programs designed to strengthen ties between Nigerians abroad and at home.
Adding to the Royal News newspaper, Kwara Governor approves conduct of promotion exams for TESCOM staff. Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has approved the conduct of promotion examination for all the staff of Kwara State Teaching Service Commission that are due to 2025 promotion. The chairman, Kwara State Teaching Service Commission, Malam Bello Tawhid Abubakar, disclosed this in Ilomi today, while addressing the management staff of the commission in his office. He affirmed that the approval is another testimony to Governor Abdul Razak's commitment to improving the welfare of teachers in the state. Bello recalled that His Excellency, on assumption of the office in 2019, cashed back the promotion for the years 2015, 2016, 2017, and has since cashed back the promotion to 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024 respectively. The chairman, however, employed the affected TESCOM staff to remain committed to their primary assignment to further sustain effective service delivery as expected. Malam Bello added that the present administration will continue to give necessary attention to their welfare towards motivating them for better performance, stressing that the examination date will be communicated to them soon.
On the daily newspaper this morning, and in the world of entertainment, Adekunle Gold unveils street named after him in Lagos. Nigerian music star Adekunle Gold has received a remarkable honor with a street in Lagos named after him. The 38-year-old singer shared the heartwarming moment with friends on Instagram, posting a video that captured the unveiling ceremony. In the clip, Adekunle Gold was seen alongside his wife Simi and their daughter Dija as they gently pulled back a veil to reveal the new signpost bearing his full name, Adekunle Kosoko Street. Expressing gratitude for the recognition, Adekunle Kosoko Street, the city that raised me now carries my name. Thank you, Lord, for my many blessings. The honor carries a deep sense of history for Adekunle Gold, who hails from the Kosoko royal family of Lagos Highland. His lineage traces back to Oba Kosoko, the former king of Lagos, who reigned from 1845 to 1851. Congratulations to him.
On the Nation newspaper, Tinubu orders reduction of 2026 art fare. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered an immediate reduction in the 2026 art fare to reflect the recent appreciation of the naira against the dollar, a major determinant of pilgrimage costs. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who conveyed the President's directive message yesterday during a meeting with the management and board members of the National Art Commission of Nigeria (NACON) at the Presidential Villa in Abuja, gave the Commission 2 days to produce a new and avoidable fare structure. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communication in the Office of the Vice President, Stanley Uhocha, Vice President Shettima said the directive was necessary to ensure that Nigerian pilgrims benefit directly from the positive effects of the ongoing economic reform, particularly the strengthening value of the naira. Shettima called for closer collaboration among NACON, state governments, and other relevant agencies. On the Nation newspaper this morning, group urges commitment to housing. The Housing Development Advocacy Network, organizers of the African International Housing Show, has called for renewed vigor in addressing Nigerians' housing challenges, urging government and stakeholders to build on the foundation laid by pioneers of the sector. HIDAN's Executive Director, Festus Adebayo, in a conversation with The Nation, paid tribute to eminent figures such as the late Professor Aki Mabogunje, Chief Samuel Olatunde Fadahunsi, Fortune Ebe, and others whose work established the backbone of the country's house industry. He noted that institutions such as the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and the Federal Housing Authority were products of their foresight.
While commending current initiatives, Adebayo urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to remain committed to its housing and urban development reform agenda. His comments come at a time when the Tinubu administration had rolled out bold measures under the Renewed Hope Housing Program, spearheaded by the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmad Dangiwa. The program targets 50,000 new homes nationwide, with projects ranging from renewed hope sites and estates to social housing schemes designed to serve all income levels.
And lastly, on Daily Post newspaper, ASU NASU strike, Nigerian government sets up expanded negotiation committee. The federal government has set up the Mahmoud Yayale Ahmad-led expanded negotiation committee for tertiary institutions to enhance discussions with academic and non-academic unions across universities, polytechnics, and college of education across the country. Speaking at the inauguration in Abuja, the Minister of Education, Tuji Alausa, said the new committee was established to harmonize all negotiation processes under a unified and coordinated framework that ensured institutional continuity and sector-wide inclusiveness. The minister noted that unlike in the past when negotiations were held separately with various unions, the expanded committee will engage all stakeholders collectively to achieve a comprehensive and sustainable agreement. According to him, the committee has been provided with a fully equipped secretariat to head its work and announced that its inauguration meeting will be held at 2 p.m. today, October 7, and non-academic unions to cooperate fully and respond promptly to the committee engagement. He further said that President Bola Tinubu has given full political backing to the process, directing that all negotiations be concluded swiftly, fairly, and in the